Hello and welcome everyone to this month's Leadership Wellness Group. The topic, the Leadership Reset, the 3 R's of high impact leadership. Today we're focusing on 3 essential and key leadership practices. What are they? I'm glad you asked. Resilience, resourcefulness, and rest. While each is very powerful on its own, together they create a framework for sustainable success. Resilience gives us the ability to recover from setbacks and stay focused during challenges. Resourcefulness helps us see opportunities, solve problems creatively, and make the most of what we have. Rest ensures that we have the energy, the clarity, and the presence to lead effectively over the long term. When leaders intentionally develop these 3 key areas, they improve their well being while simultaneously strengthening their leadership effectiveness and efficiency. The result is stronger leaders, stronger leadership practices, and stronger organizational outcomes. The 3 R's of leadership: resilience, resourcefulness, and rest. The most effective leaders don't simply work harder, they develop the capacity to recover, adapt, and renew. The 3 R's work together to create sustainable leadership excellence. Resilience helps leaders navigate challenges. Resourcefulness helps leaders maximize available strengths, opportunities, and solutions. And rest restores the energy needed to lead effectively and efficiently. Together, they create a foundation for stronger well being and stronger leadership performance and practices. Some takeaways: resilience helps leaders endure challenges. Resourcefulness helps leaders navigate obstacles creatively. Rest helps leaders sustain performance and prevent burnout. The impact on leaders have greater confidence, energy, and emotional well-being. On leadership, better decision-making, adaptability, and influence. And results, improved productivity, stronger teams, and sustainable success. Resilience, the power to recover, adapt, and grow. Resilience is the ability to navigate adversity, recover from setbacks, and continue moving forward with purpose and confidence. Some takeaways: challenges are inevitable. Resilience determines our response. Resilience grows through practice, perspective, and support, and every setback contains opportunities for learning and growth. The impact on well being and leadership. On well being, it reduces stress, impact, greater confidence, and emotional stability. On leadership practice, it increases adaptability, composure under pressure, and stronger decision making. And success on outcomes, leaders remain effective during uncertainty and help teams navigate change successfully. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about developing the ability to recover, adapt, and continue leading through them. Every leader encounters setbacks, unexpected challenges, and moments of uncertainty. One important takeaway is that while challenges are unavoidable, our response is within our control. Another is that resilience is a skill that can be strengthened through mindset, supportive relationships, and intentional self care. Finally, resilient leaders recognize that setbacks often provide valuable lessons and growth opportunities. When leaders build resilience, they are less likely to be overwhelmed by adversity. They lead with steadiness and composure and poise during times of change and help to create confidence within their teams. Resourcefulness, leading from strengths, creativity, and possibility. Resourcefulness is the ability to identify, leverage, and maximize available strengths, knowledge, relationships, and opportunities to achieve meaningful outcomes and results. Some takeaways: focus on possibilities instead of limitations, leverage strengths, relationships, and available resources, and creative thinking often produces better solutions than simply working harder. Impact on well-being and leadership. On well-being, reduced overwhelm and greater confidence in problem solving. On leadership practice, better innovation, collaboration, and strategic thinking, as well as strategic planning. And success on outcomes, leaders discover opportunities, solve problems effectively and efficiently, and drive stronger results. Resourceful leaders understand that they don't need all the answers immediately. Instead, they focus on what's available to them and how they can creatively leverage it. Resourcefulness begins by shifting from a mindset of scarcity to one of possibility. Rather than asking, why can't this happen? Resourceful leaders ask, how might we make this happen? They utilize their strengths, seek support from others, and remain open to new approaches. This reduces stress because leaders stop carrying the burden of solving every challenge alone. Resourceful leadership encourages innovation, collaboration, and adaptability, helping leaders and teams to perform at their best even when resources are limited. Finally, let's talk about rest, probably the most overlooked and underrated leadership practice. Rest is renewing energy for sustainable leadership. It's intentional practice of restoring the eight dimensions of wellness so that leaders can perform at their best. Some takeaways. Rest is the leadership strategy, not a reward. Let me say that again. Rest is a leadership strategy, not a reward. Recovery improves focus, judgment, and emotional regulation. Sustainable leadership requires renewal, not constant output. The impact on well being and leadership. On well being, increased energy, reduced burnout, and improved overall health and well being. On leadership practice, better focus, presence, patience, performance, and decision quality. And on success outcome, leaders sustain high performance while modeling healthy leadership habits for their teams. Many leaders view rest as something they earn after completing their work. In reality, rest is what enables us to do our best work in the first place. Rest involves intentionally restoring our physical, emotional, mental, and even spiritual energy. Research consistently shows that recovery improves focus, creativity, judgment, and emotional regulation. The most effective and efficient leaders recognize that sustainable performance requires cycles of effort and rest and renewal. By prioritizing rest, leaders reduce burnout, improve decision making, and model healthy behaviors for their teams. As we wrap up for today, consider which of the three R's needs the greatest attention in your leadership journey. Remember, small intentional investments in resilience, resourcefulness, and rest can produce significant improvements in both your personal well being and your leadership effectiveness. Which of the three R's will you work on for your leadership right now? And what's one action you could take this week to strengthen it? I'd like to invite you all to join our monthly group and our community.